All right, coming up, I had a burger and fries with Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. at Steak and Shake this weekend. That interview moments away. But first, Democrats are growing more unhinged every day. Disgraced former NIH Director Francis Collins, famous for discrediting the COVID lab leak theory, was seen singing at a bizarre anti-Trump science rally last week. All those COVID people were so full of science. Take a look.
Well, this is a song for all of those dreamers who are looking for answers to come our way. Scientists, doctors, students, all seekers, we share in the hopes for a much brighter day. Come on now.
Yeah, and if you get the shot, you're never going to get COVID or transmit it. Sorry, they got that all wrong. And naturally, squad member Congresswoman Omar resorted to the Dems' failed playbook, calling Trump supporters, you guessed it, xenophobic and racist. Only thing missing was Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini. Take a look.
Whether you are a permanent resident or you are a citizen, you have constitutional rights, and it is really important for people to know those rights. I know that it is red meat for his base that are xenophobic and racist to say to them that I am going to find a way to arrest and deport a member of Congress who he thinks is doing something wrong when I am doing the right thing in trying to make sure everybody that is within my constituency has the resources and the information that they need.
And she was democratically elected by members, by the people in her district.
Yes, of course. But just to follow up very quickly, just be clear, you're not calling all of his base xenophobic and racist, right?
Well, I mean, he is feeding to something.
Well, kind of, it sounds like she was, but I'll let her speak for herself. Meanwhile, Eric Swalwell went on a bizarre, expletive-filled rant calling out Elon Musk, which he, of course, promptly posted on TikTok. Take a look.
What a week, huh? You know how weird this week was? I went to the State of the Union, and the president didn't even speak. He just sat up in the visitors gallery like a total weirdo and let his press secretary do all the talking. What a week.
Sounds like a fang kind of week to me, but not to be outdone, despite the Democratic Party completely, absolutely losing it in every regard completely. We now have House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries took the meaning of the word delusion to a new level, claiming Democrats have Republicans running scared. We've got them on the run and everything. Take a look.
We have the Republicans on the run on three core issues. They are on the run in terms of the economy. We have them on the run in terms of health care, and we have them on the run with respect to the GOP tax scam. We have them on the run, and we're going to keep our foot on the gas pedal.
Here with reaction, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, you're a lot smarter than me. Are we still living under the Biden-Harris economic plan? Number one, and is he saying that he doesn't want the policy of no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime? Is that what I heard the speaker say? And am I right about the economy still being the Harris and Biden economy?
Well, listen, that was a really sad display of what you'd have to call mental illness. When you have that level of delusion, look, typically someone that deluded, they put in a straitjacket and they put in a loony bin. They're living in this alternative reality where, number one, the Democrats have no idea why they lost. They don't understand. They don't understand that 4 years of open borders, invading this country, flipped the country and said enough is enough. They don't understand that the American people are tired of Democrats releasing murderers and rapists and child molesters. They don't understand that the inflation that was driven through their war on energy has hurt American families and made it much harder. They don't understand that the weakness of Joe Biden infuriated people. And I got to say, listening to the song about unity in the name of science from scientific leaders, and I put that in quotes, who lied to the American people over and over and over again, it's diluted. And, you know, Sean, ordinarily when a party gets clobbered in an election, they go back, they engage in some introspection, and they shift courses. This Democrat Party, you're not seeing at all. And by the way, we saw just a week ago where we put on the Senate legislation to protect girls from boys playing in girls' sports, every single Democrat voted no. And Hakeem Jeffries just tells you, well, the Republicans are on the run. I'll tell you what, Sean, I'm not tired of winning yet.
I'm not tired of winning either, but again, I think we've discussed this a lot. They're the party to defend men's rights to play women's sports. They put the rights of illegals over the safety and security of the American people. And if they want to be the party that's defending hundreds of billions of dollars in waste, fraud, abuse, and corruption, I'm okay with that too, because they are out of sync. And these are 80-20 issues that they're out of sync on. So there's no introspection, and there's no course correction, and I don't see one coming. Do you?
You know, I really don't. You see a handful of people like Ro Khanna and John Fetterman who pointed out how angry and hate-filled the Democrats were at the State of the Union. But the Democrat Party writ large, they're doubling down, and I think they just hate Donald Trump so much. They hate Elon Musk so much. You know, it's interesting. You played Eric Swalwell. I actually watched. He, like a bunch of Democrats, stormed out in the speech. He stormed out right when the president said we're going to have no tax on tips. That was what he got up and left on. Listen, this is an agenda that is popular, that is resonating with the American people. The first 7 weeks, the president has hit the ground running, and the Democrats, their hate prevents them from saying, look, if you were a rational Democrat, you'd say maybe we should pick some issue that we're not on the wrong side of an 80-20 or 90-10 issue. But they're not. They're in an echo chamber. You know, you played Ilhan Omar. Past couple of days, President Trump announced that he was cutting off $400 million to Columbia University for encouraging and allowing anti-Semitic protests and threats of Jewish students, and also that he was revoking the visa of one of the organizers of those anti-Israel, anti-America protests. This is something, Sean, that I predicted. I predicted on your show. I predicted on my podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, that you would see the Department of Justice go against this anti-Semitism. The Democrats never did. The Biden Justice Department did nothing. And there's a whole lot more coming from President Trump.
Well, I mean, I thought they were the party that believed in safe zones and that they were against discrimination and for the right of everybody to live in unity together. Apparently, only if it fits their political agenda. Senator Ted Cruz, appreciate you.